Shabbat Shalom, dear friends. This is Rachel coming to you with this week's Sparkle of Shabbat. If you see something glowing coming out of me, it is my soul. I really feel like my soul is soaring, thank God. I returned from a beautiful, precious trip to Israel with the Momentum group, and I'm so thankful to my sister Heather for pulling me onto this trip and to our trip leader, Devorah Buxbaum, and to Lori Palatnik, who created the Momentum Women's Movement. So Lori said a beautiful quote on our trip, and this was, just to back up for a moment, an opportunity to meet women, Jewish women from all over the world, coming together to experience Israel together and to connect with one another and to connect with just Israeli society and just a variety of really, really special opportunities and people. And Lori said that she had a mother come up to her after this trip. It is for Jewish mothers. And she said, I can't tell you what a difference this trip has made for me. And it's just been the most amazing opportunity to connect to Israel and to my Judaism. And I'm paraphrasing. Lori could say it much more eloquently. But Lori said to her, it was worth it just for you. And this really stuck with me as such a most precious reminder that for all the efforts that we put forth in our lives to do kindnesses, to do mitzvot, to reach out, to make a difference, that it's worth it if it just touches one person's heart or soul. That one life is worth everything in Judaism, and to touch one person's heart makes everything worthwhile. I listened to the testimony of former hostage Aviva Siegel speaking to, I believe it was to the United Nations, to explain the horrific conditions in which they were held. And she said that there were periods of time where they weren't allowed to move at all, not allowed to move their bodies for hours and hours. And she could see that some of the young women hostages were being abused by the terrorists. And there was nothing she could do except to use her eyes and to try to convey love with her eyes. And it was this one small thing that she did that I hope and pray was able to make a difference, and that it was worth all of her efforts just to be able to comfort one young woman who was suffering at the hands of the terrorists, as they all did. So I will bring it back to a more joyful note. So many of us might plan gatherings in our homes, or might plan holidays or celebrations or just general efforts in our lives. And we hope that we'll have a big, huge impact. And this was just such a precious reminder. I think I've used that word many times in this sparkle, but it is how I feel. Just a most tender and special reminder that just to make an impact on one person makes it all worth it. So my sparkle for this week would be, may we remember that every little effort counts, and that if it changes one life, if one of you is impacted even by this sparkle, then it makes it worth it for me. And if any friend or stranger or relative, anyone is impacted by our kindnesses, that it indeed makes it worth it. I wish you all a most meaningful and precious and sparkly Shabbat Shalom.